Hello, happy Monday. Welcome to this week's Magic Monday video. My name is Patty Diaz, and I bring you a Magic Monday video each week having to do with mindset or the moon or manifesting to help you, to provide you with tools and tips and ways of thinking to keep in your toolbox to use as needed and maybe even implement throughout the week this week and let us know how it goes for you. I also, what I do is I specialize in helping women break free from societal and cultural expectations, as well as limitations, and leave behind old identities that no longer resonate or maybe never even did, so that you can go out and create a life designed by you instead of one designed for you, and live that life unapologetically the way you want to be living life. I do this by working with the moon or teaching how to work with the moon to create a life of magic, which for me stands for manifestation, abundance, gratitude, intention, and clarity. So today's topic is the magic of a compliment. And I chose this topic because today is National Compliment Day. So I am just going to invite you to go out and give as many compliments as you can that come up authentically. And the key component of this is give compliments that are genuine. Don't just say, oh, you look nice to someone, that you don't really take the time to actually look at them while you say it, or it's just kind of like as you're walking by, or something that is not really heartfelt if you don't really mean that. Think of compliments or allow compliments to come to you that are authentic. And that way it actually comes across as authentic, which is what lifts the other person's spirits. They feel that authenticity, they appreciate and feel grateful for receiving that. And they feel good because who does not love getting a compliment? Again, when it's a heartfelt, sincere, genuine compliment. So see how many sincere and authentic compliments that you can give today, because the magic of the compliment is that you don't know what that other person has been going through. They may be having a great day, they may not be. But you simply throwing that magic, handing over your energy, your positivity helps. Even if they don't know it right away, or even if it doesn't show right away, you are passing it on, spreading that positive energy, the feel good energy, and it will raise someone's vibration or energy, even if it's just for a little bit that day. So, I also want to invite you to give compliments to yourself. Tell yourself, and yes, it might feel weird, and yes, it might sound corny, and that's okay. Tell yourself in the mirror that you look good today. I love that outfit on you. Give yourself, you may have heard this or seen it, or maybe you even read the book. I don't remember the title of it, but I think it's like the high five habit. It's Mel Robbins, I believe. And just give yourself a high five in the mirror every morning. Look at yourself in the mirror as you give yourself a high five. Give yourself a compliment at the end of the day. Great job getting through the day. Awesome job with, working through that situation or whatever the case is. Because when we make being kind to ourselves a habit and a practice, we then automatically, authentically transfer that out to others, and we pass that kindness on to others because we are being kind to ourselves, and we know what that feels like. And it might not be on purpose, and that might not be the actual thought process that, oh, it feels really good to give myself a compliment, so I'm going to go do it to someone else. It happens organically, it happens automatically. You're like, hey, and then you start to really do it without thinking about it authentically. Like, hey, I love that bag. Or, you know what, your hair looks really good in that color. Or since you got it cut, or whatever the case is. And of course, it doesn't always have to be physical. It's like, thank you. You were really good at helping me through this process. Thank you. You really helped me see things differently. Or the way you work things out just is amazing to me. Your thought process, your organizational skills, right? Whatever it is, pass on as many compliments as you can and be sure to include yourself in who you give compliments to today, and let me know how it goes. Let me know if you happen to possibly, because I think this is really what will happen. See if you happen to attract or manifest compliments coming your way by you sharing that with others, by you giving yourself compliments. I bet you will attract and manifest that for yourself coming at you, being reflected back at you from other people. So let me know how that goes. And today I am for our guidance or our cards for the week. Last week I showed you a tarot card that I pulled intuitively to go along with, the guidance. It was about full moon forgiveness. And so today I'm showing you a little bit different twist because I talked about tarot coaching and I like to show you guys what I do so that you get a sense of it, because sometimes it's a bit abstract or kind of like, I'm not sure what this is all about. So not only can you pull, or do I pull cards intuitively when working with someone, I also have a practice of pulling tarot cards intentionally. Like I, on purpose, select the card or cards that I want and have questions or see what that brings up. So because it is National Compliment Day, I'm just going with that theme because it's very broad, so it can be applied to many different situations, and it doesn't really narrow things down too much, which is good and bad. I can show you an example, but also it's not so personalized. So depending on your take on that. So for example, compliments have, connect to our emotions. They make us feel good. We can choose to pay compliments or we can choose not to. So look at this. And if you want to type in the comments, your responses, feel free to do so. But nothing is ever required. It's just available, an invitation for you. So if I pull that card, or I'm pulling this card up, it is the Two of Cups, and it is my challenge getting these cards to focus with the camera. But I'll hold it there. You look at it. Is it closer that works better? We'll figure this out. We are figure outers. Let's see. It is the Two of Cups. That is the card. Let's see where. Sometimes I can find that magic spot, and sometimes I can't. But it's two people, and cups represent our emotions. That is why I chose this suit. But there's two people, and see if you can focus, get there. Come on, little camera. We are in Mercury retrograde shadow, so I will be grateful that the camera is working. But looking at that, they're exchanging, or it looks like they might be exchanging these cups, these chalices. And cups represent our emotions because they are associated with the water element. So what does that bring up for you thinking about compliments? Does it look like they're being very helpful or friendly or complimentary? Let's see if I'm going to block this off for just a second and see if that helps reset it. Sometimes it does. And that's the beauty and the challenge of technology. But my question would then be, if we were sitting on a Zoom call or in person, can you choose your words more carefully? Can you choose to exchange, because they are exchanging these cups, can you choose to exchange positive energy, even if it's challenging? What are ways that you can take a pause and before reacting or before assuming that something negative is coming, or who knows? How can you choose to share positivity today, either in exchange of words, an exchange of an action? Maybe it's bringing a coffee to someone, and that's not necessarily a compliment, but it's an action that might raise someone's spirits. And also, this is another card I chose that is also in the suit of cups. And this is the Six of Cups, because look at those, they're children. There we go. That one focused. Yay, we'll take that win. But see, it looks like they're also the little boy is giving flowers to the little girl, or passing them on, or maybe he's helping her. What comes up for you? What do you think of when you see that? And it doesn't have to be anything related to what I said. But the question that I would ask is, how does it make you feel when you receive a compliment or when you receive help? How are you receiving those compliments? Sometimes it's challenging for us to receive nice words and to receive compliments. Do you Are you someone who naturally deflects a compliment? Like, "Oh no, not really," or "That's not true," or that cliche one, "Oh, this old thing," that type of thing. How are you at receiving compliments? How are you at receiving nice words of gratitude, even if someone is being grateful and sharing their gratitude for something that you've done? Are you receptive of that energy? And the reason I ask those questions, even though it's associated with the emotions, is if you practice receiving gratitude when someone gives it to you, if you practice receiving compliments and getting comfortable with that, noticing where you do feel discomfort, if you do try to deflect things or not stand in that energy of receiving, the more you work on receiving little things, so-called little things, because I actually think they're quite big, then you get better at simply receiving abundance, receiving help, receiving random acts of kindness. You attract these things, but we start with noticing where the resistance comes up. So, are you resistant? Does this remind you possibly being resistant to compliments, resistant to exchanging that energy with someone else? And then this one, oops, let's see if I can pick it back up. How can you move to this energy where it looks more receptive, where it looks like it's helpful? And I'm going to try, let's see how it goes, holding these up together and see what you notice in the difference, or what comes up for you differently, even though they're both associated with our emotions. But what comes up differently for you between the two? How can you move from one energy to the other energy? Right? So that is just a very broad, very basic example of what intentional coaching is with tarot, pulling cards intentionally to help you see things, help you come up with the right, or I shouldn't say the right, the next action for you to take, help you to see things from a different perspective by showing you an external example. So again, if this is something that interests you or that you want information about, please message me and I will get back to you. If you are on my email list, you can reply to any email that you get with any questions that you have, and I will, again, get back to you. So let me know what you think. And are you someone who is easily receiving of things, or is this something that you need to work on? Maybe that's the message, that's the message for you today, if that's what's coming across. And if you think this type of information with the Magic Mondays and the guidance with the cards is something that someone will benefit from, or that they would enjoy, I invite you to type their name down below in the comments. or share this video out, pass it along so that it can reach other people as well and invite them to the Blue Moon Manifestations page. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.